Now this is gameplay. Hello friends, welcome to another episode of 3-Minute Game Pass, the show where I tell you whether this Game Pass game is worth your time and also your bandwidth. The game we're looking at today is It Lurks Below, a game of survival, combat, exploration. There are a lot of these crafting type games on Game Pass, but is this one worth your time? Let's find out. Alright, so this game is available on PC and Xbox and supports cross-save, so you can bounce between the two should you wish. It doesn't have any optimizations for any of the modern consoles, but it's a pixel game, so, you know, who cares? And they're still providing some free updates for this game. No DLC, but it keeps getting updated with cool new stuff, so that's awesome. So what is It Lurks Below? It is a game created by the original creator of Diablo, David Brevik, and it is a 2D survival / dungeon digging combat game. I think what's important to know is, unlike Terraria, this game isn't much about base building, and there isn't really honestly much about survival or crafting either. It is mostly about the combat. Generally speaking, the cycle here is you're going to be going deeper and deeper into the caverns, killing harder and harder monsters, getting better and better loot, which you then use to kill more and more monsters, better gems to socket to those weapons, so on and so forth. And that's the basic gameplay loop. It's fairly simple. It is essentially a dungeon crawler digging game. You do get multiple abilities that you can upgrade along the way, and you can upgrade your survival elements and stuff like that, but I found that most of the survival stuff, which is just eating and sleeping, is borderline negligible once you set up just a couple of farms and pop up to the surface every now and then with your free town portal scroll. So if you're going in expecting a survival game, this is not that. It is a combat game. So, what do I like about this game? It is surprisingly addicting. I honestly booted this game up just to check it out because I knew David Brevik had made it, and I ended up playing and kind of getting involved, and the next thing I knew it was 2 a.m. So, it is surprisingly addicting, all things considered. It has a skill tree for your survival skills as well as your character leveling up with gear that can be augmented, which allows for a lot of customization in that way. And lastly, there's multiple classes that vary in both the equipment they have as well as the abilities that they get through items, so every run is going to be different. In terms of negatives, it's very clear that the survival elements were kind of just tacked on. Even the game kind of acknowledges it because all difficulties besides the base one don't have survival elements. They just remove them entirely. There are big difficulty fluctuations between bosses, whether you're a ranged or melee character. I was melee, and there are some bosses that I swear were designed for ranged that were a big pain, that would have been much easier for a ranged character. And lastly, for a survival / storage game, the bank is tedious as hell. It is so hard to organize and put your items in. You have one location, you can't build chests. We solved this problem in other survival games. You let people build chests. This game doesn't let you do it. Prepare for some item management shenanigans. So, as you know, I rate games on a 3-point scale. Must play, maybe consider, don't bother. This is a maybe consider for me if you've been looking at the footage and it seems like the kind of game you like. If you like Diablo, if you like loot-based games, this game's actually a pretty damn good one. I am also going to say I think it's a bit of a hidden gem. I didn't expect to give it the hidden gem rating, but after it completely sucked me in for 2 days straight until I beat it, I have to admit there's something special here. So if you like Terraria but prefer the exploration and combat portions more, this game is probably perfect for you. But that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy It Lurks Below.